Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be previewing the World Supercross Championship round 1 in Cardiff, Wales, happening tomorrow, Saturday, October 8th of 2022. This is not my custom track right here. This is a track made by Beto Baker 8556. He made a replica track. I was too lazy to make one on my own, so I figured somebody would make it in Supercross 5, and they sure did. So we're just going to do a normal 20-minute race with Ken Roczen, who, other than Eli Tomac racing tomorrow, which he's a wild card, we'll explain that here in a little bit. Other than Eli racing tomorrow, probably the biggest name who's going the full series, which is only 2 rounds. But we'll explain everything here. Let's get this race started, and let's talk about World Supercross here. Gate is down. What a start. Alright, so for anyone who's been living, any of the moto fans who's been living under a rock and doesn't know what this is, World Supercross is, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it that's easy. It's basically, if you know Formula 1, it's basically Formula 1 for Supercross, which is a brilliant idea. A lot of the sport's biggest names believe that this sport should be global. This should be a global sport. I'm one of those people. And we're finally going to get it a global sport. So this tomorrow is the inaugural race for the championship. So this year, 2022, is basically the hype year, and then 2023 is actually going to kick off. Yet we're somehow going to crown a champion this year. I don't know how that works. I don't know how this works. I think we're just going to have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. So yeah, I think, like, as of right now, it really does, like, there's a lot of retired riders coming out of retirement to race the guys like Josh Hill, Cole Seeley, obviously. Chad Reed is coming out of retirement to race this. Like, it's, and Brayton right now, I believe Brayton's only doing it this year. I don't think he's going next year. But next year is going to be interesting because they're going to do it while Pro Motocross is going on, which keep an eye on the channel here today if you enjoyed this video enough, because I'm going to go on a rant about Super Motocross later. Actually, I'm going to film the video after this. Anyway, World Supercross round 1 predictions wise. So basically what this is, their format here is they're going to have what's called the Super Pole, or I think it's going to be like their version of heat races, and then they're going to do like a Super Pole type thing, and then they're going to do the basically a Triple Crown format, is how I got it, how I kind of take this as. So it's basically they're going to do their qualifying, however they're going to do the qualifying. Once again, I don't know. I'm just going to have to wait and see. And then they're going to do a halftime show with some rapper down there with AJ Tracy. Once again, never heard of him. And then they're going to do the Triple Crown format, basically, where they're going to have 3 main events, and at the end of the night, I think it's the same format as our Triple Crown here in America. The end of the night, the lowest point score wins the night. And personally, that's really cool, but it is a lot of racing, but it's not compared to what we're about to have here in America. Once again, I'm going to rant about that later today. Stay tuned if you want to see that. Anyway, it's pretty cool. I think the coolest thing about this, not only are these riders getting paid what they deserve, because Tomac and Roczen got a big chunk of money, and then they offered Cooper Webb a big chunk of money, but KTM told World SX to F off, basically. Not really, but you know. And if you don't know, I know a lot of people are gonna. Well, okay, I'll talk about that when we get time. I think the coolest thing about this, Ralph Shaheen and Jeff Emmett are gonna be the commentator. Now the bad thing about this is if you want to watch it this weekend in the U.S., you're gonna have to wait till Sunday, October 9th. Yep. It's sorry for my language here, but it's bullshit that college football is more important than World Supercross, in my opinion. Now that's just my opinion. Any college football fans are gonna blow me up in the comments. Feel free. I think it's bullshit that we cannot watch this live in the U.S. And a lot of people are gonna they're gonna come back at me in the comment section and say, well, what about the World Supercross TV? Apparently World Supercross TV does not work in America, which is bullshit as well. But big miscalculation by the guys, Adam Bailey and Tony Cochran, I believe, by the main head guys of this. They effed up by putting on FS1, because any other broadcasting network, I guarantee you, would have did it live. But for some reason, college football is more important than motocross. That's bullshit to me, but hey, I don't watch any other sports. I'm strictly moto. As for predictions, the actual race, what do I think is going to happen? Let's start with the 250 class, which they call SX2. Let's start with SX2 here, basically their version of a 250 class. That is going to be the more interesting class of the night. You got Cole Seeley coming out of retirement to race it. Vince Freeze, I believe, is racing it. Oh boy. Hold on here. You got... No, Chad's 450. Let me think here. Who else? A lot of the European guys are coming over to race it. A lot of French riders in this. Bogle is racing it. There's another retired guy coming out to race it. I think the other retired guy is in the 450 class, which we'll get to. 250 wise, I believe Josh Hill is racing the 250 class. Don't quote me on that, but I don't know. Seeley, I believe, is gonna. Oh, McElrath is in the. I believe McElrath and Seeley are gonna battle for it. They used to be teammates on Troy Lee Design Honda back in the day, 2014. I believe they're gonna have a gnarly battle, all three mains, and toss it up. But yeah, I think those are gonna be the top guys of this. I think, I don't know, man. It's kind of like the first round of Supercross. You just don't know what's gonna happen. But this is really like amplified here because this is actually the first round, like literally inaugural season. So I just don't know, man. 450 wise, I have a lot more to say because I know some of the guys, not personally, but I have knowledge on the guys who are racing 450 class, and the top three in this class, and y'all might flame me in the comments here for the third one, but obviously Tomac and Roxon are going to be 1 and 2, but my third place guy might surprise y'all. Chad Reed. I believe Chad Reed's actually going to do well in this. I don't know, man. He's just got that grit, and his starts are okay. Like, I don't. It's been a while, so I don't remember his starts in normal Supercross and American Supercross when he was racing. But most of the time, I feel like they were good enough. And he's just a fighter. I don't care how old he is. He is a goddamn fighter. So yeah, Tomac and Roxon, they're gonna be 1-2. I mean, obviously, and I know a lot of people are probably confused of why is Roxon racing a Honda when he pulled out of Honda. Well, basically, Ken Roxon pulled out of Honda to come race this World Supercrossing. I know that sounds really stupid. It doesn't make any sense, but that's basically what happened. Ken Roxon told Honda HRC, the American Honda side, said, hey, I want to go race this World Supercross Championship. Honda said no, and he's like, well, F you guys, I'm going to go race for the fans out there, and I'm a free agent now. So that's kind of how it went down. And yeah, but yeah, I think Eli's gonna win this. I think a lot of people think that Eli's just gonna smoke these main events and just win all 3 main events. I don't think that at all. I think Kenny and Eli are gonna battle, and we could see the most gnarly Ken Rocks and Eli Tomac battle ever. And a lot of people are saying, well, why is Tomac racing this and on a Yamaha, Star Yamaha? I thought you were supposed to be on the 10 teams. Well, he's what's called a wild card, and he's on what's called a wild card, and he can only do 1 race, so he will not be racing in Australia in a few weeks. October 22nd is the next one. So yeah, those are my picks right there. Like I said, really quick blurb right here. Seeley and Tomac are gonna win this opening round, the opening race of World Supercross. I don't know how I think about this, how I think this is gonna go. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I think we'll have a clearer picture of what's up after this first round. So yeah, let's just wait and see here, and yeah, let's just enjoy some good racing. So if you're in America, it'll be on Sunday. Yeah, it'll be on Sunday. But honestly, I'm sure somebody will have an illegal stream on. Somebody will do something. Somebody will upload the races on YouTube, which honestly, that's what I'm banking on right now. But if not, Fox Sports 1, like I said earlier, it's bullshit that college football is more important than this, but that's just me. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry this wasn't in-depth as the other ones. Like I said, I don't have that much information. I just have enough to make a preview show. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in my next video coming out in a little bit. See you later. Bye-bye.